Creative thinking is a skill, and it is one that any person can learn. If one thinks of the word creativity, one typically might think of the ability to paint, sing, design, and such. But creativity is so much more. It is an essential graduate skill, and knowing how to harness creativity may just give you the edge as a soon-to-be graduate. Creative thinking is the ability to consider something in a new and different way from what it was before. It is the ability to come up with new and bright ideas or to solve a problem in a unique way. Creativity, therefore, has many applications and can be applied to all aspects of one's life. Creative thinking uses two types of strategies: divergent and convergent thinking. Through divergent thinking, the aim is to come up with many new and unrestricted ideas. The ideas might even be uncommon, unrealistic, or against the norm. Divergent thinking is all about thinking out of the box, not allowing yourself to be restricted by processes, procedures, or rules. On the other hand, convergent thinking is the process of taking all the ideas generated previously, evaluating them, and narrowing them down to get to a set of solutions that will best meet the problem at hand. The ability to think and solve problems with creative thought can be developed. The Osborne-Parnes creative problem-solving process is one such technique that uses both divergent and convergent strategies that can be applied to get a creative solution. The Osborne-Parnes process has 6 steps that guides one through the process in a structured way. Let's take a closer look. Step 1. Objective finding. First, you need to determine what the problem is that you want to solve. What outcome do you need to reach, or what is the goal that you want to achieve? Step 2. Fact finding. Gather as much information as possible to fully understand and learn about the problem that you are facing. Read up on the topic, ask people's opinions and views, research the facts, etc. Step 3. Problem finding. The problem finding phase allows you to dig deeper into the problem itself to try and find the root or real problem you want to focus on. This step includes reworking your original goal, which might have changed somewhat after the fact-finding step. This step helps you to make your problem specific and really help you to address the core of the issue. If you define the problem correctly, you almost have the solution. Steve Jobs. Step 4. Idea finding. Come up with as many different ideas as you can to address the problem. Here, nothing is too simple or too complex, too big or too small. Allow yourself to really imagine and write down everything that comes to mind. Unexpected or odd ideas may help you generate different ideas. Here, other techniques such as brainstorming and grouping words together may help the process along. Step 5. Solution finding. The solution finding phase allows you to choose the best options from the ideas generated in the idea finding phase. To do this, it is best to choose criteria first, which you will use to evaluate your options. For example, do you need to consider cost or expenses, additional resources, or do you have a time frame, which might exclude certain ideas as it might take too long? Step 6. Action finding. In the last step, you have to develop a plan of action that will help you to implement the solution you've chosen in the previous step. A good action plan considers the individual steps needed to reach the goal, the resources you will need for every step, and a realistic timeline by which each step needs to take place. In addition to the Osborne-Parnes method, here are some additional tips to develop your creative thinking skills. 1. Consider different scenarios. Ask yourself, what if questions. 2. Look for inspiration. Sometimes an experience may spark a thought about a problem or solution. 3. View the problem using different perspectives. For example, If you are the salesperson, what would the customer say? 4. Use mind maps and flowcharts to illustrate the problem and generate solutions. 5. Use organizing approaches to group together similar ideas and branch out ideas from there. 6. Use a journal to keep track of your creative ideas. Some of these might be useful to solve other problems later. 7. Devote time to become an expert on the topic. Having a good understanding of the topic can allow you to identify gaps or challenge old ways of doing things.